Welcome, history fanatics, to Mrs. Heron's video playlist, where you will get the best of the best in social studies.
Welcome to North America, including 23 countries from the icy north of Canada to the tropical beaches of the Caribbean and everything in between. There's loads to see and do. Let's begin in the Bahamas. It was the first country that European explorer Christopher Columbus saw through his telescope during his voyage in 1492. Chow down on a hamburger in the USA, where the tasty snack was invented. 40 billion are chomped every year. Millions of beautiful monarch butterflies fly 2,500 miles each year from Canada to Mexico. But if we head down to the town of Lloro in Honduras, we might see fish falling from the sky.
You guessed it. We're going to begin our world tour very close to home, in the continent of North America. North America includes 23 countries and 22 territories that stretch from the northernmost tip of Greenland all the way down to the Panama Canal. This continent is extremely diverse and full of life. We will begin our first stop in the United States. America is located in the Northern Hemisphere. Here we currently have 50 states, but only 48 of them are connected or contiguous. These 48 are located in the middle of North America. The other two states, Alaska and Hawaii, are located in the far north and the Pacific Ocean. In America, we can enjoy the use of two oceans, the Pacific to the west and the Atlantic to the east. Believe it or not, the U.S. is only about half the size of Russia, yet it remains one of the most geographically diverse countries in the world. In the contiguous United States, a low elevated plain sweeps across the center of the country, making it ideal for farming. If we continue east, we will cross the Appalachian Mountains, which also have a fairly low elevation and run all the way from Georgia to Maine. West of the Great Plains are the Rocky Mountains. They're known for their extremely high elevation. They are incredible because they run all the way into Canada and even up to Alaska. The Sierra Nevada is west of the Rocky Mountains. Just like in many ancient civilizations, some of the United States' largest cities have developed next to a major water source, such as this one, the Mississippi River. This is because water travel was one of the earliest forms of transportation for Americans. Now, in America, we typically have warm summers and cool winters, making it a temperate climate. Now, in general, the northern states will be much colder than the southern states, and our cold temperatures in the winter come from strong winds that blow in from the west. Our severe storms in the fall are a result of warm air that is blowing in from the South Atlantic Ocean. This is the reason that southeastern states like Florida, Louisiana, and Texas get hit with so many hurricanes in August all the way through November. Floods are also a common feature of American weather, making them the most common natural disaster in the U.S. So you might be wondering, why would we put up with so much severe weather, other than the fact that your parents are forcing you to live here? Well, mainly because of this, and 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 this. Basically, this. Resources, or the backbone of American economy since the founding of this great nation. Actually, all of these natural resources are the reason that Europeans wanted to settle here at all. The first settlements were established in the Northeast for farming and growing tobacco, but they moved south as slavery expanded due to the cotton and sugar industries. Trade began to develop along our natural rivers, and we eventually created ways to travel that would make trading with other regions even faster, such as the Erie Canal, which is a man-made waterway, or the Transcontinental Railroad, which connected the Western Territory to the Eastern states in the mid-1800s. We were booming as a nation. We were inspiring people from other nations to migrate or moved to the U.S. for a piece of this pie. And during this time, immigrants were primarily from Europe, like Germany, Ireland, and Italy. But by the 1900s, many people were beginning to immigrate from other nations like Cuba and Mexico. This is why we are known as the land of opportunity. We have many resources, which means we have many jobs. Because people typically migrate for job opportunities, urban cities like New York City and Los Angeles have grown tremendously in population. Huge urban cities like these are called metropolitan areas, and they make up about 80% of the population in the U.S., meaning they have a high population density. Unfortunately, this huge wave of immigration and industrial growth has come at a heavy price on the environment. One example would be the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Thankfully, we have begun to take the environment into consideration when making laws about industry. People are driving more efficient cars, and companies are beginning to take notice of things that they can do to improve our beautiful nation.